Good morning and happy Thanksgiving. Today is Thanksgiving Day.
Woo! Having my nutcracker cup. Nutcracker cup for a kook.
She's having a really hard time. We are watching the parade. It's like just after 10 o'clock in the morning, and Mom pulled out some, what are they called? Leg pumps?
Yeah.
And she put them on Emma, and Emma's cat is not having it. Did you get a clip?
I got a couple of
Okay,
them,
if
yeah.
Mom got a clip that I can use, I will insert it here. She is desperately curious to know what it is and does not like it at all.
Not one little bit.
I've got a pot on the stove over here with some ground beef and some ground pork because I'm making lasagna for Thanksgiving. Because we've had turkey a few times. I love lasagna and I don't make it very often because it's so prep intensive. So I prefer to do that, you know, on a day when I have time to cook, you know, and
Make a big batch.
yeah, I'm not gonna make one lasagna. I'm gonna make several lasagnas. So we'll eat one today and then we'll have some for the freezer. We've had coffees this morning. We actually had mochas this morning because Mom found some kind of old hot chocolate packets in the cupboard. So we got rid of those. So we used the hot chocolate packet and some coffee. And then I added some cream to my coffee. So it was a really nice mocha this morning. Mom made a quiche. Did I tell you that? It's back there and it's really yummy. SpongeBob is on the TV.
Mom loves SpongeBob.
Mom does love SpongeBob. So it's nice. I don't have to work. Nobody in the house has to work today. And it's a Thursday.
I love being off.
Here is Mom's quiche. And you can see we've had half of that already today. And then over here is my ground beef and Italian sausage mixture. I added some Italian seasoning and some tomato paste to this. But I think I'm about ready to add my pasta sauce. I've been cooking this very low, very slow, trying to make it soft and tender and crumbly. I don't want to cook it too hot or too fast. And actually the Italian sausage I cooked the other day, it's been in the refrigerator. I never used it to make stuffed mushrooms because we never had the mushrooms. So it just goes right in here like that. But I'm gonna use 3 jars of pasta sauce, and no, none of them are the same. So we're gonna get a variety of flavors here. So it's a beautiful day out here. And we just called, or Anthony just called his mom to wish her happy Thanksgiving because his parents are in New York. And as we were standing outside, I don't want to step on the ants. I saw something that is really exciting and I'm gonna show you because I think it's really exciting. We have bananas on our banana tree. I think it's really cool because I've never grown bananas before, but we have bananas and we've got like some watermelons too. I mean, most of our watermelon plants are like beyond dead, but we still have watermelon, 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 watermelon. Oh, watermelon. I don't know if any of them are any good, but we're growing bananas too. That is really, really cool. I brought in a watermelon and this one's not pink either. And I know a couple of you guys were like, maybe it's a golden or like a yellow watermelon. Mom tried eating it and it's not edible. So this one will also go to the trash. It's a shame.
So we're right in the middle of an operation. This procedure is very intricate and it requires a steady hand. So we have a stirrer and we have someone who carefully, very, very carefully places one kind of cheese or another kind of cheese on top of a very delicate, extremely intense concoction. So we have some different things that we're stirring. I have no idea what this is, but it smells marvelous. I am not a good narrator, so let's just say mom cam. But we are right in the middle of a lasagna manufacturing procedure. And so this is what this looks like. This is a delicious looking cheese that's been grated very finely. What is that?
So this is Parmesan and Asiago cheese. I did one brick of each one, and this is like a hard cheese. This is 2 bricks of mozzarella cheese that I grated. Because you don't want to buy it pre-shredded. It comes coated in like cornstarch, like what is it? It's a anti-caking dust. So if you shred it yourself, it doesn't have that. So it will melt better.
So it's better to not have it. Does it make it grainy or?
It just it keeps it separate. So when you melt it, it doesn't melt right. So
okay.
I've got these 2 cheeses. The mozzarella is going on the top. This is going in between the layers of the noodles with the ricotta and the bechamel.
Okay.
This is my bolognese. So this is ground beef, Italian sausage, and then the marinara sauce. I added some tomato paste to this too. And then so this is ricotta cheese, and I added, or Mom did for me, some homemade pesto to this because I think otherwise ricotta is just a little plain. And I loosened it up with some milk because I think it spreads a lot easier, and I think it works in lasagna a little bit easier when it's wet. And then this is a bechamel. So this is just milk and flour cooked until it's thickened, and then I added some nutmeg and some salt.
Nutmeg?
Yeah, that's what's in a bechamel.
So no fennel seed,
Nope.
no Italian
Nope, not in
seasoning?
this.
Not in that.
So I'm layering, this lasagna is done. I sprayed the pan with Pam, and then I did the bolognese first, and then the noodles, and I'm using these oven-ready lasagna noodles.
So you don't pre-cook them?
No, you just lay them in, and then you cook them in your pan.
Nice. So does it have to be like extra wet for that, or?
Well, the box says that yes, you should add a 1/4 cup of water or milk for every 5 lasagna noodles used. Mm-hmm. That's why my ricotta and my bechamel are so
moist.
That's why I loosened them up, because the noodles need some moisture to soak up.
Okay.
So this right now looks really wet, and that's because it is. But when we bake it, the noodles will
Suck up
some of that moisture.
and make them cooked and beautiful and
And
wonderful.
you don't have to boil the noodles ahead of time.
That saves a whole step.
It sure does. These oven-ready lasagna noodles are, in my opinion, one of the greatest food inventions since sliced bread.
So one of the things I don't like about making lasagna is this intense operation, but also noodles, for me, in my experience, like to marry to one another and become
cooking lasagna noodles.
one great big glob that you could drive a truck across.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't care for it.
So
But
this prevents that.
This sounds like this might be a great solution.
Yeah. So we've got one lasagna ready to go. This is one we're probably going to eat later. I'm going to cover this one with foil and we'll bake it. But for now, it'll just sit over there. And then we've got all of these little pans. And I'm thinking
Wonderful.
we will just make smaller lasagnas until I run out of something.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then we'll see what's left.
See what our limiting factor is. Now, will you spray these pans before you assemble them?
Yes. And since I'm not going to be baking these because we're not going to eat them.
You're going to freeze them the way they are?
Freeze them before we bake them. So we're going to assemble them and then freeze them.
Because technically, there's nothing raw in this, right?
Right. Everything's cooked.
Okay.
Well, except for the noodles. I mean, you could eat that, except the noodles are like a cracker. But that's why we're going to bake that, because we want it to be hot all the way through. We want the noodles to cook. But right now, all of this stuff is cooked. You could eat this. I don't know why you would by itself, because it's flour and water or flour and milk. That's cheese. It's pretty yummy on like a cracker. That is yummy. And if we have if we run out of everything else and we just have that, we can, just break up the noodles and use the lasagna noodles and cook them, and then just use it like little pasta.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I think we're going to be long on lasagna noodles.
Okay.
I wasn't sure how many noodles were in the box, so I got 4 boxes, and I think we're going to be really long on lasagna noodles.
Okay.
But I'm not sure what of these is going to be our limiting factor.
Well, my experience with noodles and pasta is it's not really, really expensive.
Yeah, those were fairly cheap. We got them at Aldi.
Yeah.
So, and we will have to break them. because these pans are bigger than the noodles.
Yeah.
So we'll have to break it about like that
Okay,
to make
cool.
it fit. We've just finished Miracle on 34th Street, and look what's just come out of the oven.
Oh, it smells
Amazing. It smells so good.
I covered it in tin foil and baked it at 350 convection, which is about 325. And I left it in there for about 20 minutes. Then I took the foil off, cranked up the heat to 400, and moved it to the top rack. So we've got a little color on the cheese, and it looks and smells delicious. If you look closely, Mom put some little cloves of garlic on the top on this side. I didn't do that. She did that. Emma's gonna make some mac and cheese. How many?
Do it one more time. I wasn't entirely happy with the way it turned out last time.
I was.
I'm just gonna try it one more time before the end of the year.
How many pans of lasagna did we end up with, Mom?
I think 8.
This one plus
This one plus
6 outside?
Yeah.
So we got one pan here.
One great big one.
Yeah, and then 6 of the like 8x8 pans. It's time for another Thanksgiving tradition for this family. It's the Wizard of Oz. When Emma and I were kids, we used to work at the church festival, and then Mom would take us home and we would put on this movie and start decorating the Christmas tree. Christmas is already done, or Christmas is already decorated in the house. We have been eating our lasagna, and everyone's been very kindly complimentary.
It's seriously the best lasagna I've ever had.
Emma thinks it's the best lasagna she's ever had.
Better than any restaurant easily.
Wow. Well, I think they're very kind. I think it's really yummy. I'm gonna have another piece later. I did have some extra ricotta cheese, so I added an egg and the rest of the Parmesan cheese. Then I sprinkled the mozzarella on top and baked it. So I'm gonna have some of this with some sourdough bread. Boop. Because I think this looks really tasty too. So I had a coupon from Better World Books that was gonna expire, and so I went ahead and I used it, and I bought some books, and I wanted to go through them with you before I put them on the bookshelves. So I'm just gonna start, and it's gonna be like a reasonably quick book haul. I have a couple more that are still in the mail. They're not here yet. I think the order shipped in like 3 different boxes. But the first one is Madly Deeply, The Diaries of Alan Rickman, with a foreword by Emma Thompson. Next, if you know me, you know that I love Pride and Prejudice. And I also am a soft spot for supporting small businesses, independent authors. This is a Pride and Prejudice. It's not a retelling. It is a continuation of the story by Linda Birdall. It's called Mr. Darcy Takes a Wife. And this is a lot longer than I expected it to be. This was a library book, which I think is interesting. And it's got some like things in the pages, which is cool. And I have a whole section on my shelves up here with just Pride and Prejudice retellings. Actually, this isn't a haul, but I've owned this one for a while. I also got this one from Better World Books like a long time ago, and this one is called Christmas at Pemberley. This one I'm gonna pull off the shelf, and that one's gonna go on my TBR, like the books I want to read next. The next book is called When Women Were Dragons. This was just like, hey, you might like this. And I was like, I don't know, women, dragons. I looked at the summary and I was like, you know what? Yeah, okay. So this is gonna go in the fantasy section. I think it's gonna go up on top over there. And then I have 3 books that are in the Robert Jordan, The Wheel of Time series. So I have A Crown of Swords, I have Knife of Dreams, and I have The Gathering Storm. So I have been trying to collect the hardcover books with the old covers. So this has been like a project of mine. I really want to read this series, and I'm thinking I'll start it not No, not before Christmas. Maybe January. I think what I might do, because I really want to read this duology by Travis Baldree, the Bookshops Around Us and Legends and Lattes. I really want to read these, and I think I will start with these and then jump into the Wheel of Time, which I have on the top shelf on this bookcase. And I think with the order that I placed, I don't think they're all here yet. I think there's like 1 or 2 books still coming in this series, but I think that with this purchase, I completed the series in, you know, the hardcovers. So I'm kind of excited about it. I know Mom has read them. I've never read them, but Mom has read them, and I think she liked them. In fact, I'm certain she liked them, which is why I would like to read them. So, yeah, that's my book haul. The box is empty. And I wanted to tell you about Better World Books because I don't like to buy books on Amazon if I can help it. Amazon is a really useful resource. However, I don't want Amazon to monopolize the book selling industry. So I would like to buy books from not Amazon if possible. Barnes & Noble books I think are expensive. I know Amazon books are generally cheaper, but what I'm afraid is going to happen is Amazon is going to run Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, and all these other places out of business, and then once everything else is out of business, Amazon's going to be the monopoly on book purchasing, and then they're going to jack the prices up, and I don't want that to happen. So I like to buy used books when I can. I think it's better for the environment because they're not going to a landfill. They're less expensive, and I think they have a really cool story. So I like secondhand books when I can get them. There's not a secondhand bookstore near me. So I like Better World Books because they're cheap. They ship super fast. They have like a rewards point program that you can redeem points for coupons. They donate books for like books you buy. They donate books, and I just think it's a good cause. I want to thank my friend Sherry for introducing me to Better World Books. But anyway, enough's enough. I came upstairs because I wanted to pick out the next book that I wanted to read because I finished Shatterglass last night. I really liked it. I didn't realize it was book 4 in a series, and then that series is like part of a much larger universe of books. We only own the one book. We own book 4 of the series, and I think that is like the second quadruplet of the larger series. I don't know. I might start collecting those next if I can find them. I liked it. It wasn't what I expected. I wasn't expecting like a murder mystery. I knew it was middle grade. The girl was like 14, but I wasn't expecting the murder mystery to be like the center of the plot. It's got a really interesting magic system, which I liked. So I liked that book. So I came upstairs and I was gonna read this one, The Wish Granter, next. I changed my mind because I realized, and I hate when this happens, and there's an easy way for this to be prevented. Well, there's a couple of ways, but this is book 2 in the series. And what annoys me about that is nowhere in here does it say this is book 2 of this series. Nowhere on the spine does it say this is book 2. On the front, in tiny letters at the top, it says a Ravenspire novel. It doesn't say book 2 of the Ravenspire series. But when you Google it, and this is what I should do when I'm buying books, but I was distracted by the $3.97 price tag. I should just Google the book before I buy it. But it sounded interesting. It didn't sound like a series. I could probably read it on its own. But I have added books 1, 3, and 4 to my Better World Books cart, and we'll see if I end up buying those for like Black Friday, because I know Better World Books is running a deal for Black Friday, and it's like 20 or 25% off used books if you buy like 5 or more. It's really easy for me to buy 5 books. So anyway, I'm not going to read this next. I'm actually thinking I own The Wizard of Oz, like all of them. I guess I should just call it the series, the Oz series. I don't own Wicked though, but I've seen Wicked twice. We're gonna go see it again tomorrow, or Saturday. I keep thinking today's Friday. Today is Thursday. We're gonna go see Wicked again on Saturday because we liked it so much. So I'm thinking I might read the Oz books because I've never read them. So I'm gonna set this one aside until probably until I buy books one, at least book one, and then if I like book one, I'll read book two because I own it, and then if I like book two enough, I will buy book three and book four and finish the series. But January, I want to start the Wheel of Time series, and I think there's like 12 or 13 books in that series. 14? Okay, enough's enough to talk about books. I'm gonna go and find something else to do. I think we may get in the pool later, I don't know. But I'm just having a really nice time today, enjoying the day off work, and lasagna was absolutely delicious. We are watching the last couple minutes of the Lions-Bears game, and I'm gonna make myself a blizzard. We had some of Mom's wonderful pumpkin pie, but the blizzard is bourbon, cranberry juice, lemon juice, and simple syrup. Now I don't have unsweetened cranberry juice, I have this, so I'm probably gonna take the simple syrup and cut that in half. And as far as lemon juice, I have a frozen ice cube of lemon juice in here, so I'll use that. The bourbon I'm using, this is Australian whiskey, so it's not quite bourbon, but it's close enough. We have it, it's open, so I'll use this and some of the simple syrup and shake, and we'll see how this tastes. I didn't shake mine with ice, but I'm serving it over ice, and I'm skipping the garnish because I just want to skip the garnish. I just want to drink my drink. So Emma's inside making more mac and cheese, and I am gonna turn on the Hallmark channel out here because Mom and I are gonna get in the pool and have a nice relaxing Thanksgiving evening. And I am honestly really very excited about it. Wait! Wizards of Baking. Okay, maybe this is what we need to watch instead. Maybe we'll watch this. I don't know. This is new, so we'll see. Good morning and happy Black Friday. I didn't film anything else last night after Mom and I got in the pool. We were in the pool for a little while, and then Mom started feeling kind of sick. And it's weird because I was feeling sick on Wednesday. I actually had to take some time off work on Wednesday because I felt so gross. I just was very dizzy. I had like a fever. And then, you know, I think I started feeling sick around 9, and then around 2 I started feeling better. Well, yesterday it hit Mom late, like 6 or 7 o'clock at night, and she started feeling better around 10 after I gave her some apple slices. But I didn't film anything else last night. This morning, Emma took Anthony to Target for Black Friday shopping, except they're not really Black Friday shopping, they're shopping for Taylor Swift merch. The new Taylor Swift book is out today, and I think they just texted me that they got one. So that's great news. I got to sleep in just a little this morning, which was nice. Having some coffee. Today's game day. The Chiefs play at 3 o'clock this afternoon on Amazon Prime. I will still be at work. Mom and I both have to work today. Emma and Anthony do not have to work today. And Thomas doesn't have to work today. So I think Mom's plan is to try to come home early if she can, and then watch the game with the rest of us. I'm probably going to move my computer into the kitchen and work from the breakfast table. Probably not the whole day, but I might move into the kitchen around game time. I've got some things I need to do at work today, like scheduling training and maybe doing some BTO if call volume allows. I wanted to say a couple of things that I'm thankful for. I know this is really cheesy, but I know that it's really good for me to practice my gratitude. Lately I've been really thankful for our pool. it's just so relaxing to get in the pool and just kind of float around, and you know, makes me feel better. My legs feel better and more rejuvenated. My back loosens up when I float in the pool. I'm really thankful for my health, and I felt that on Wednesday because I was really sick on Wednesday. And it's not very often that I'm so sick that I can't work, but I couldn't actually sit at my desk. I was so sick. So I'm thankful that most of the time I'm healthy enough to work. I do have a bunch of other updates, things that I'm really excited about. I'm thinking I want to do a laundry chat and maybe film that later this afternoon or evening and have that up for you tomorrow. And then maybe tonight I'll film my holiday cocktails video that I've been talking about, because I really want to do that. Because that new Aldi cocktails book is great, and I tried a new one last night and I really liked it. I don't know, we'll see. But I have some things I want to talk about, but I don't even know that I want to bring them up now. But I've got a lot of things that I'm thankful for. You guys are definitely one of the things that I'm thankful for, because you let me have the creative freedom to make whatever I want. And you know, you're so supportive of really almost everything that I put out, and I appreciate that so much. And you guys have been so kind to me throughout Vlogsgiving, even though I haven't done the greatest job of uploading every day. There's been so much going on. It feels like we started the month with a car accident, and the whole rest of the month has just been like, not catastrophe, but almost catastrophe after another, and I've just been very high strung the entire month. But we're right here at the end. Thanksgiving is over and Christmas is next, and that's my favorite holiday. I'm so excited to start, you know, really watching Christmas movies and enjoying the ambiance of the house and watching some Vlogmas on some other people's channels. I love this time of year, and I'm thankful that we get to, you know, have this time to celebrate every year. I'm thankful I live with a bunch of people that let me decorate so early, because I love enjoying all of this and watching all the movies, and I love doing it early. I'm thankful the weather's been nice enough that we've had the air conditioning turned off for almost 2 weeks. I think it's gonna rain later this afternoon, and I'll be thankful for that. Anyway, I'm done rambling. I am gonna go to work. I'm gonna try to get this video out for you guys today. So if this is out on Black Friday, that's the plan, is to have this out on Black Friday. And then maybe later tonight I'll film a laundry chat, because I've got laundry that I need to fold, and I've got lots of things I want to talk to you guys about, but I don't think now is the time or the place. So I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I really do, from the bottom of my heart. I had a wonderful Thanksgiving. The lasagna was perfect. It was the perfect amount of food, because we've got leftovers that we can eat today, and then the pan will be out of the refrigerator, and we won't be eating on it for weeks, so that's nice. I know that the leftovers are the big thing about Thanksgiving, and I can eat Thanksgiving leftovers for 3, maybe 4 meals, but after like the 4th or 5th meal, I start getting kind of tired of it. And this lasagna is great because I made a bunch of them, but they're in the freezer, and so we don't have to eat them by a certain like time. We've got months to eat them, so maybe we can have a lasagna a month for the next 6 months. I don't know, but I'm just really happy right now today. It's a good day, and it's Friday, and I don't have to work tomorrow, and I'm filled with joy and gratitude today. So anyway, thanks for being here, thanks for watching. You guys will see me hopefully tomorrow in another Vlogsgiving video. Bye.